Tuesday. So today is the new moon in the sign of Libra. So new moons are a time of new beginnings. It's a time to plant seeds for the things that you want to manifest. Now, this new moon, being that it's in Libra, Libra governs the seventh house of the zodiac. The seventh house deals with partnerships, okay, of all types. So, romantic partnerships, things like marriages, committed relationships like marriages or long term relationships, but also business partnerships as well, okay. So, this would be a wonderful full moon to focus on if you are in a relationship as far as enhancing or healing the relationship, or if you want to manifest a new relationship, this would be a good new moon to work with. Okay. Now, the moon is being opposed by Neptune, which is retrograde, as well as Chiron, which is also retrograde. So when we experience opposition, it's like you say, there is a blockage, there are some obstacles in the way. So Libra deals with balance, right? It's the Justice card in the tarot deck. And that's the card where you see Archangel Michael sitting on the throne with the scale and a sword, right? Weighing things up with the scale and then using the sword to take action, okay? So the energy of Libra asks for us, where in our lives do we need to get balance? Balance between the masculine and the feminine, balance between opposing forces, dark and light, okay? Now, being that this is a relationship sign, this may be talking about balance in our relationships or in our partnerships with others, okay? Now, because it's being opposed by Chiron, Chiron is the asteroid that deals with generational wounds and hidden, concealed trauma and wounds that we have that we need to heal. So this would be a time where the opposition that you feel in your relationships or in even manifesting a relationship if you're not in one, the need to do some deeper healing on an ancestral level is going to be really important. Now, this is a time right now where the veil is thin, where the ancestors are close. And so this is a good time to mediate with them, to work with them on healing whatever generational trauma or wounds that you inherited from your ancestors, because those are going to be the things that will be blocking or creating obstacles in your relationships. So the need to tackle that is going to be important during this cycle. You're going to see the manifestation of those things. Now, we're also in what we would call the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde anywhere between 3 to 4 times a year. And so Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius on November the 9th. So from November 9th to November the 29th, Mercury will be retrograde in Sagittarius. So this is going to impact mutable signs the most. That would be mutable signs would be Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Okay, but it's going to impact everyone. So you want to take a look and see where you have Sagittarius in your chart and where Mercury is in your chart. That's going to give you an indication on what area of your life is going to be impacted. Now, Sagittarius rules the ninth house. That's the house that deals with higher levels of knowledge, long distance travel, and our faith, okay? So this may be a time where when we go retrograde, we go back over things. There's a need to, and say you add the prefix re to everything. So revise, re-edit, review, okay, reevaluate even some of your belief systems, okay. This may be a time where your faith may be challenged, but faith is strengthened only when it is challenged and when we are able to then see the manifestation of our faith, okay. This is not going to be a great time for long distance travel, okay, or even short distance travel, because Mercury governs short distance travel in the third house dealing with Gemini, okay. So if you are going to be traveling, you want to cross your T's, dot your I's, you want to, take the time to really be diligent, pay attention, to your surroundings, your environment, all of that, because Mercury's a trickster and he likes to cause little dilemmas and little tricks and cause setbacks and delays, and things don't always go our way when Mercury's retrograde. Now, what you need to do, or what the best practice is not to get too frustrated, because Mercury likes that. And as soon as you get frustrated, it's like Mercury turns up the notch on you, okay? So you have to pack your patience during this time. Definitely pack your patience, okay? Mercury right now is currently in the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpios may be feeling the shadow period, because the shadow period roughly is about 2 weeks before the retrograde and then 2 weeks after the retrograde. The retrogrades are strongest at the beginning and at the end of the cycle. Okay, so keep all of that in mind during this particular season. So I'm not going to keep you too long. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about this new moon, how to take advantage of it. If you want to, you can bring out your green candles, because Venus, which rules Libra, color is green. So you can bring out your green candles for that. If you want to focus on the healing aspect of it, you can bring in white or maybe even blue. Would be really good for healing as well. Because this is a Venus energy, you can also work on your business, okay, and bringing wealth and prosperity, because this is also about partnerships. So maybe you need to network more or connect with certain people. This would be a good new moon for that, even if you get out and go network, or to do spiritual or ritual work around networking and getting out and connecting with people, and creating partnerships or agreements with other people that will benefit you, benefit your business. So hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your new moon. Peace.